Hi, I'm Roger Reed with the Southwest Veteran Business Resource Center, and I'm out here today alongside Mona Azevedo from the Veterans Business Outreach Center here in Sacramento, California, and she's going to be describing her organization and the program that they've provided for our veterans. Hi, I'm Roger Reed with the Southwest Veteran Business Resource Center, and I'm standing alongside Mona Azevedo of the Veteran Business Outreach Center in Sacramento, California, and we'd like to let Mona talk to you for a bit about the resources that the VBOC is providing to our veterans in this community.
Hi, Roger. Thanks for the introduction. We're always happy to share our services with the community. The Veterans Business Outreach Center provides free business consultations for veterans who are either starting a business or expanding on a current business initiative. Our location covers California, Arizona, Hawaii, Nevada, and Guam, but you can view our other locations on our website, which is www.v as in veteran, B as in business, O as in outreach, C as in center, -caforcalifornia.org. Our website also has a listing of all of our calendar of events that we plan on attending and participating in, as well as a variety of workshops that we facilitate out of our location here in Sacramento. We offer our business workshops in a variety of areas, from business basics to business planning, marketing, and financing. These workshops are facilitated by our consultants in the Sacramento community, as well as a representative from the Sacramento District U.S. Small Business Administration. We welcome all returning veterans to contact us, as starting your own business is often advantageous with the skills that you acquire in the military. Please feel free to contact us if you are interested in starting your own business or expanding by visiting our website or calling us at 916-393-1690.
Roger Reed here again. We're talking with Mona Azevedo of the Veteran Business Outreach Center, and Mona has described briefly some of the services that she's providing to the veterans out here in Sacramento. But we'd like to ask you, Mona, is there something that you guys have planned for? Roger Reed here again with the Southwest Veteran Business Resource Center. We've been listening to Mona Azevedo of the Veteran Business Outreach Center here in Sacramento, California, describe the business outreach services made available to the veterans in the Sacramento community. And Mona, can I ask, is there a collaborative organization or perhaps some partnerships that you guys have been building in order to provide these services?
We do work in collaboration with a lot of different organizations. The Lee SDVOB Network, also the U.S. Small Business Administration. We continue to work with these different organizations to further expand our outreach and target veterans in the future and plan some events as well.
Very well. Well, thank you so much. And soon we'll be speaking to the director of the Veteran Business Outreach Center. That's Coreena Conley. And we'd like you to stay tuned and watch the video to find out more about how veterans are being served by the Veteran Business Outreach Center.
And welcome to the Veterans Business Outreach Center, located at 7270 East Southgate Drive in Sacramento, California, 95823. To access information on our program, please go to our website at www.vboc-ca.org or call us directly at 916-393-1690. And once again, welcome back to the VBOC program. Today I had the lovely Miss Mona Azevedo, who is our Business Development Specialist for the Veterans Business Outreach Center program. Mona, can you tell me a little bit about your roles and responsibilities here with the VBOC program?
Yes, I connect the veterans with the consultant that would best suit their business development needs, whether it's a funding request that they need to have fulfilled or writing a business plan. I also assist doing the outreach for the program by visiting different business networking events statewide to let them know about the different services that we have available here at our VBOC program.
Can you tell me what the service territory is in the region that you cover when you go out and you do the outreach initiatives to conferences, workshops throughout the region, this region here?
Our center covers California, Nevada, Hawaii State, and Guam, and we also have a sub-center in our Reno, Nevada Small Business Administration location.
Excellent. Can you tell me, do you foster a collaborative alliance with any of the organizations such as General Services Administration, the Federal Technology, the Women Business Centers,
We do.
Veterans of California?
We do. Those are just a few of our collaborative partners. We also work with small business development centers, procurement technical assistance centers, the SBAs nationwide, DGS, Department of General Services, General Service Administration, and so on and so forth. All of our collaborative partners are listed on our website.
Oh, fantastic. This program really seems to touch the lives of veterans in their infrastructure, starting a small business and or expanding. And with your capacity with the organization and your tenure with them, can you tell me what is the greatest impact do you believe that this program has had or touched in a veteran's life?
Well, we have seen many success stories with our clients. The greatest impact, I would say, is that we really help the veterans connect to let them know the services that are available to them because they're veterans, as well as their business development needs.
Excellent. You know, there's very few of these programs nationwide. There's only 7 of them, and this one here is actually in the 6th year of conception. And once again, it's partially funded by the Small Business Administration. This program really does collaborate with a plethora of federal, state, local municipality organizations. And to take a step back about the VBOC program and how it initiated, the program started out as a vision from Vietnam Veterans of California, which is a nonprofit organization that originated in 1980. Prior to that, it was known as Flower of the Dragons. The sole purpose was to be able to provide vocational rehabilitation and transitional housing for Vietnam-era veterans that came back. And since that time, the organization has evolved immensely. We provide vocational rehabilitation programs. We also have transitional housing. We have a behavioral health center that services both men and women veterans. In our transitional housing program, we serve women and children. Vietnam Veterans of California has numerous programs throughout Northern California. They have a facility in Menlo Park. They have a facility in Santa Rosa, a satellite center in Lake County. They also have a facility in Eureka, which provides transitional housing. And they have a new program under construction for, I believe, 34 beds for additional transitional housing. We also collaborate closely with both federal and state organizations such as EDD, such as the SETA programs, business information centers, and the Chancellor's Office. We cannot forget the community college system and the state universities as well. We even extend out to organizations that are looking to do vocational rehabilitation and employment opportunities for veterans as well. And in that, this program here alone has served, would you say, over 1,200 consulting hours in the last contract hour?
Definitely.
Year, and then 468 clients that were served?
Yes, that is true.
Bottom line, our whole goal is to be able to create, retain, and put some kind of infusion within the local community infrastructure that we served. In last contract period, we actually served clients in 22 different states. So that really lets you know about the depths of, and this is just one small nonprofit organization, and the lives that it touches. Our executive director and our board of directors also works on legislation on a federal and state level. Our executive director of the program is Peter Cameron. And from his fruition of starting this organization, we were able to serve clients throughout the greater northern region. And once again, Mona, I really would like to thank you for your contribution to the veteran community. And I understand that your father was a veteran as well.
He was. He was a Vietnam-era veteran and kind of gave me the passion to work for this organization.
Excellent. And I'm sure he is very proud of you and what your due diligence is in your efforts and your give back to the veteran community services. Thank you.
Cut. Perfect. I meant to ask you, I told Albert that I would ask if you would mention your position. You know,
yes. The board of directors?
VBRC, yes.
Yeah.
And also, I'd like to be on camera with you for that.
Yes.
That's a separate segment. We're going to put it in the VBOC thing, use it how you like, but I want to put that on the VBRC website.
Okay.
And Mona, you did great. You didn't tell me your dad was a veteran.
He is.
You didn't tell me what service?
Army.
Tell him I said he's okay anyway. No, I'm just kidding. You'll know that came from a Marine too.
Hey, yeah.
I'm dating a Marine, if that's any consolation.
It is to him. No,
Your fiance.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay. So we'll go into the Women's Business Center programs.
Yeah, well, I was actually going to reposition. Would you want to do that, or
Yeah,
do you
that's
feel better
fine.
standing up?
No, we can sit.
Okay.
Let me just clear
Yeah, I
that.
was going to say.
Let me see this. So I'll put this right up here. And Jillian, is it?
Yes.
It's a wrap. Is it not? Because you had no idea that you're going to be in front that long, huh? You did great. If there was any, I didn't see any of this throughout the whole thing.
Oh, good. I was trying
Did it start to itch?
No,
you'll be okay.
I'm taking the fence now.
Wow, I'm moving up in the
With
world.
tape.
And I'm going to pause this too.
And welcome back to the Veterans Business Outreach Center. Once again, my name is Coreena Conley, and I'm the director for the Veterans Business Outreach Center. Today, I have one of our sensational, outstanding business consultants, Mr. Jim Fitzgerald. Jim, would you like to give a little bit of background and what your core mission is with the VBOC program?
Sure. Well, I am an independent business consultant with the VBOC program and dedicate a certain amount of time to come down and offer business consulting, training, education, and assistance to veteran-owned enterprises as part of the VBOC mission here. I've got a background in business and really enjoy helping business owners move forward with their business and being able to use a lot of the resources that VBOC makes available to make that happen.
What would you say some of the more challenging things that small business enterprises are interfacing in today's economic climate?
Well, I would say 70 to 80% of the calls that we get are for people who are seeking capital, needing a business loan, looking for a grant, looking for some help and assistance, and we're just finding that getting people to the point where they can actually qualify for financing right now with the credit as tight as it is really a challenge. But there are obviously evolving programs. The SBA is constantly looking for new ways to try to free up credit, but that is certainly one of the biggest challenges. I would say the other challenge is being able to maintain and understand how to get and take advantage of government contracts.
I understand one of your other areas of expertise is franchising and marketing. Can you tell me how those types of services that you provide interplays with the types of clients that you serve here at the Veterans Business Outreach Center program?
Certainly. Well, most of the people that would benefit from my background in franchising would be a small business owner or veteran who doesn't have a business idea themselves. Mm-hmm. They want to be in business. Maybe they got displaced from a job or they just got back from a recent military stay, and now they're realizing they need to come back in and become self-employed, and they may not have a good idea, but we can introduce them to the concept of franchising, which is a business in a box. There's several federal programs where there's discounts to veterans, like VetFran, for instance. It's offered to the IFA organization,
and so the IFA franchise, that stands for International Franchise
exactly
Association?
International Franchise Association, and so they offer support, understanding, and direction, and are kind of advocates for the small business community for legislation and areas like that, where they can help people within the franchising community all have more access to information that's going to help them.
Wonderful. I understand that you have one of your clients here today that you've provided direct services through the VBOC program. Would you like to take this opportunity to introduce the client, and the client can tell us about his story?
I would love to be able to introduce one of our clients here. His name is Taggart Neal. Taggart,
it's a pleasure, and welcome to the VBOC program.
Thank you.
So Taggart Neal with American River Medical. Taggart came to us, he's been in business for a little over a year, and came to us as he was establishing his sales repping organization. So Taggart, you might want to just mention some of the things that you were hoping to get assistance in, and how things have progressed, and how you would say you've benefited from the services we've provided here.
And can we take one step back, and can you tell the people out there how you found out about the Veterans Business Outreach Center program and how it came to fruition for you to receive services here?
Thank you. And yes, we found out about the Veteran Business Outreach Center via the website, and just doing some search for business consulting on the website, and was very ecstatic when I found out that as a veteran this service was available to me free of charge, and got on the waiting list to get an appointment with one of the advisors, and I got paired up with Mr. Jim Fitzgerald.
And how long did it take you once you contacted the VBOC program to get a client consultation with Mr. Fitzgerald?
I believe it was 2 to 3 weeks,
okay,
somewhere around there. And so through that, basically Jim has helped me understand all the things I didn't know as a business owner. So we've done marketing things on the weekends, workshops, and he's helped me develop my business plan, which has been the written down goals and guidelines for American River Medical, and we also went through financing options, which he was able to help with that. So he's been a tremendous help to our business, and the VBOC has been a tremendous help to getting our business going.
Can you tell us a little bit about your business infrastructure and what the services and or products that you have to offer? And how long you've been in business?
We've been in business just about 1.5 years. American River Medical Our mission is to provide the highest quality products and services to the American healthcare community. So we aim to be a non-stocking distributor of medical products. Our niche is access control and temperature monitoring and access storage within the hospital. Our business plan is set up that we're developing a rep group for manufacturers to be able to implement their products and services more immediately, take them to market more immediately within the hospitals. And we do that with experienced sales reps and that have vendor credentialing and so on.
In a 7-rep territory, correct? On the
In a 5-rep territory. In a 5-rep territory for the 7 western states.
Right.
What was the determination when you started to commence your small business enterprise as opposed to going into the W-2 field and finding some type of, or ascertaining some kind of employment capability with an employer versus entrepreneurship?
As for myself going into
yourself, yes.
Well, I'd been in the W-2. I decided, I think what you're kind of asking is how I decided to start going into business for myself. Coreena, I had been an employee for many years, and I saw opportunities where I just wanted to fulfill the customer's desires, and that was limited within my role as an employee. And an opportunity came to me with a brand new hospital down in Central California where they had a solution that I was able to provide them, and my company didn't want to provide that at that time. And so we provided that anyway, and once we did that, we decided we were going to go out on our own, and it's just been a joyride ever since.
And what is one message that you would like to communicate to the other small business enterprises that are just in a neophyte stage, trying to start their small business enterprise? What's the one word of advice that you've learned that you would like to bestow to them?
Well, first of all, if they're in the neophyte stage, I would say congratulations, because commitment is, when you're all in, you're all in. And that is the first step, is committing. And especially to the veteran-owned small businesses, to have a resource like VBOC to help you. I think Jim, I won't go, but he's played a lot of roles for me, as well as business advisor, mentor, consultant, coach, many different roles he's actually helped me with. So to have that available to you is a tremendous resource, and I'm very grateful to it, by the way, to both of you. The one word I would just say is I think I'll choose persistence. That would be the word.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
Well, thank you for serving, for one, and for making this great nation what it is. Because every military personnel that has gone through, whether it's reservist, guard member, whatever branch of military, it's because of you and your dedication that makes this great nation what it is today. So again, thank you very much.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I just want to acknowledge that Tag has been a good student, meaning that he has been willing to do the hard work. He's been willing to do the things that a lot of business owners won't take the time to do or don't want to have to do. And he's been willing to do the hard things even when there's been times when he hasn't wanted to do them. He realizes that there must be a reason why Jim's wanting me to do this. There must be a reason why this is so important. And the more he's done it, the more he's realized that that you can only move your business forward if you're willing to do some of the work that needs to be done, some of the market research and some of the financial projections and things like that. And so he's been an excellent student, and he's benefiting from his hard work.
Thank you, Jim.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for your time. And we wish you the best of luck with your business initiative. And please continue to receive services
Okay.
from our diversified consulting group that we have. Jim's just one of them.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Absolutely.
Good. Thanks.
And once again, welcome back to the Veterans Business Outreach Center. Once again, my name is Coreena Conley, and I'm the director of the VBOC program, serving California, Nevada, Hawaii, Arizona, and Guam. For those of you that don't know, there's only 7 VBOC programs nationwide that is partially funded by the Small Business Administration. This one here is also a division of Vietnam Veterans of California. Turning back to Jim Fitzgerald, one of our wonderful consultants that we have here, you know, Jim, you really play a phenomenal role with this nonprofit organization and the services that you render. Your depth of consulting services not only taps into financing, business plan, marketing methodologies, but you also assist disabled veteran enterprises with contracting capabilities, with certification with the Department of General Services for the 3% set aside, and also on a federal level with federal certifications, the self-certifications for an SDVO-SB due to Executive Order 13360. Can you tell me about the clients that you serve and what you're seeing in an onset now with our collaborative partners such as the General Services Administration, the Small Business Administration, PTAC, IFA, which is the International Franchise Association. Can you tell me the direction with our economic times in your area of expertise and recommendations that you would have generally for a small business enterprise that's either starting or looking to expand?
Well, I always tell people to follow the money. So if there happens to be evidence that there's more money being infused in the economy through the stimulus package or through any sort of attempt to try to create jobs or create opportunities, go where the money is. And right now the federal government is making funding available to states and local communities to build infrastructure for other projects that they want to see underway, and it opens the door up for small business owners, disabled veterans, veteran-owned enterprises to be able to get the certifications, to have an opportunity to participate in some of the funding that's being allocated. It is something that does require going through the steps in the education, utilizing all the services and the resources that are available. I try to remind people that we are not a source of funding and that we don't try to make it all happen for people, but we certainly try to be a resource where we can take all of the different agencies that are all out there helping veterans and giving them more direct access to the help that they really need based on their situation.
What about contracting capabilities? We know that the state of California has a 3% set aside due to Public Law 10560 for state contracting for DVBEs, which is Disabled Veteran Business Enterprises. Do you see an on-site or an influx of clientele coming through trying to ascertain those contract capabilities with the state of California?
Absolutely, because in the private sector, again, a lot of people are businesses falling off, especially in the contracting trades, where residential construction is down, commercial construction is down. So going out in conventional marketing techniques right now, for a lot of companies, it's really about retooling. They're having to learn how to go back and remarket themselves, find a different target market, or they can move more towards going after the contract opportunities. And that's one of the areas that we try to evaluate. But if it makes sense for them and they have a product that there would be a demand for from a state agency standpoint or a federal agency standpoint, we certainly want them to understand how they can position themselves to benefit from that and go out and compete for those dollars that are being set aside for those purposes.
And in the contracting capabilities arena, you also collaborate with the Federal Technology Center, which is also known as the Procurement Technical Assistance Centers, Department of Labor, Department of Defense, General Services Administration as well, to be able to take a look, and VA, which is a crucial component due to VBOC with the program that they have for registering veteran-owned small businesses to do contracting capabilities. Would you say that there are more opportunities on a federal arena because it's it's more of a larger industry sector, or more on a state level for your clients?
Well, that's a good question. I would say that depending on the industry niche, depending on the product or service a person is trying to market, I would say that is going to determine which of those two, whether federal or state agencies are going to have the most opportunity. But I would say overall in California, there seems to be maybe a higher level of opportunity within the California agencies than maybe the federal agencies.
Now, you also are an instructor for the VBOC program. You teach the Business Basics Workshop, which is a 2-hour workshop that talks about the fundamentals of starting a small business enterprise.
Which I would highly recommend to anybody who's never been in business that may have maybe a little bit of an illusion of what being business is all about, and it's a way for them to really understand all of the key elements of starting a business so that they really have a practical, comprehensive understanding of everything that's necessary to think about and plan for going into business.
You mean reality therapy?
Kind of like reality therapy, kind of like what you give me every once in a while over here, Coreena.
Okay. And then you also instruct the business plan workshop as well.
I do. Yes, I do the business plan workshop, which is, again, it's a 5-hour comprehensive discussion, explanation of everything that's needed in order to put a business plan together, primarily for funding. If somebody's interested in getting a loan of any kind, not only the banks, but the SBA are going to want to see that the homework's been done, formal business plan's been developed, and the effort's been made to demonstrate what kind of funding you're looking for, how it's going to be used, how it's going to be position the company to be able to achieve its objectives, but then also how it's going to repay the loan. And the business plan workshop that we do gives access to veterans to be able to have a very comprehensive understanding and explanation of that, along with the tools that we'll provide, or pre-formatted worksheets, tools, and outlines and guidelines to help them make something that seems almost overwhelming, something that we can break into bite-sized pieces and help them move through that process.
Well, you know, from being a small business owner myself back in the day, I know that I always utilize the business plan for both the operational infrastructure and also for the financing capabilities. And it really, truly does make a difference. And once again, we really would like to thank you for your dedication for serving the veterans and your contribution to the day-to-day infrastructure of assisting them with their capabilities of growing and or expanding their small business enterprises. Again, thank you, Jim.
Well, thank you for letting me be a part of the organization and for giving me the opportunity to serve.